widely and much issued in Singapore. Prime is actually a health magazine in Singapore. And you can buy this magazine in Popular or 7-Eleven, okay? And the editorial board of this magazine comprises of all the famous doctors in Singapore. And Tony Liao actually contributed an article in that magazine. So let's welcome Tony Liao.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here to introduce this topic, isotonic superiority and concussions to you. And actually, I would like to start a question. Do you know who needs the nutrition supplements? What kind of people needs nutrition supplements?
Athletes.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Actually, this is a question to me before, but now my answer is everyone. Everyone needs nutrition supplements. And why? Why? Because our society now is changing rapidly, and our diet habit is different. Our diet habit is different from before. Now, everybody takes much more meat and protein, and less vegetable and fruit than before. And due to the keen competition of the world, of the modern world, everybody is undertaking much more stress than before. Much more stress. And the other point is much more worse because of the overconsumption of the soil of our Mother Earth. Now, the fruit and vegetables we take actually could not offer the same nutrition as before, as decades before. So in this, and plus the highly polluted environment, actually nowadays everybody is facing the dangerous environment. So that's why we can say everybody needs the nutrition, the supplement in the modern world. And this is actually not a secret. That's not a secret because in the market, there's a lot of nutrition supplements in the market, the open market every day, for the babies, for the young children, for the teenagers, for adults and the senior people. Every kind of supplement in the world, in the market. So then, that's the next question. Which kind of nutrition and which brand we should take? I think I will ask myself this question because there are too many choices in the market. So that's why I'm going to introduce this topic, isotonic superiority and concussions. Isotonics is a delivery system of nutrition supplements. And what is isotonic? Iso means same, tonic means tension or pressure. So isotonic means having the same fluid pressure as your other bodily fluids, like blood and tears. And that means when the nutrition enters into your body, your stomach, your body no need to digest it. Yeah. So let's go on. Before introducing it, I think it's better to understand our digestive system of our body. When we drink or when we eat, when the food enters into our stomach stress diluting juices and enzymes and hydrochloric acid and at least one vitamin binding protein to continue the process of digestion. And during this digestion, it takes at least 40 minutes to 4 hours. 40 minutes to 4 hours for those contents in our stomach to be digested. And because of the highly acidic level, when the intestinal solution, yes, okay, it takes 40 minutes when the ingredients of the food in our stomach to be reasonably uniform solution, the isotonic state is achieved. That means when the contents in our stomach is isotonic state, so it can enter into our intestine for absorption. But during the digesting process, because of the highly acidic state, most of the nutrients could be destroyed. So the traditional supplements in the time that's what I said, 40 minutes to 4 hours. In the time, the contents to be solved and transformed to the proper isotonic state, much of their activities is lost. So during digestion, the important micronutrients in pills and capsules of the traditional form can get trapped by fats, fibers, and tannins, or inactivated by the highly acidic pH level of your stomach. That's why I keep emphasize that. But now, in the isotonic delivery system, isotonic products, they are scientifically formulated to be a perfect balance of different ingredients like fructose, the glucose, citric acid, potassium. Those ingredients, they are perfectly balanced to make sure they enter your bodies. The moment they enter your body, they are isotonic states. So isotonic states are completely different. In addition, that's a very important point. Isotonic products are completely free of binders and fillers, which are very common in traditional tablets and capsules products. So you are getting only the quality ingredients you expect, you want, not those binders and fillers that they are not necessary to our body. And when properly mixed with water and taking on an empty stomach, the isotonic solution flows into your small intestine almost immediately. No need digestion. So at an optimal rate to maximize the absorption. So compared with the traditional delivery system, the capsule and tablet, which the average absorption rate are only 10 to 20%. But isotonic delivery system, the absorption rate can be as high as 95 to 90%. So there's a huge difference, 10% to 20% to 95 and 90%. So that's the superiority, the major superiority of isotonic product. And so this this is a simple chart for the comparison of isotonics and the traditional tablets and capsules. When the time the isotonic product enters your body into the stomach, it's almost start to go into your intestine. But still, you can see the capsule is still staying in the stomach. And the time at the first minute, the isotonic products start entering into your intestine already, but still it's waiting for digestion. After 40 minutes, there's all the nutrition, the supplements has entered into your intestine for absorb. And actually, it's in your bloodstream already long ago. But still, the capsules and tablets, the pills are still dissolving and waiting for the isotonic state for absorption. So you can see clearly from this chart. And now it's a summary what advantages isotonic products have. The first one, nutrients are not exposed to acidic environment of stomach. So they actually, most of the nutrients are degraded in the stomach. And the second, reduced delivery time, we have introduced already. And actually, this one is also important. The carbon dioxide created by the effort, the gas or the carbon dioxide in your stomach, they can reduce the thickness and the viscosity of the mucus layer to help the absorptions, the nutrition into your cell. Okay, I think most of the I have to introduce isotonic solutions are the optimal delivery system. Isotonic offers an alternative to pills. I think most of people can notice that actually the young children and the senior people sometimes they really have the difficulties to swallow the pills. To swallow pills and capsules, they can even jam down the throat. Like last night, I discussed with our partner. She told me that that's her real experience. That she has a pill. She has pills. When she swallows the pill, not enough water, so the pill actually stick on the throat. And after that, no matter how much water she drink, they cannot flush down the pill. So the pill just stick on the throat for a while. Really, it's very scary. It's really scary, and to me, I think the throat can even burned by the pills. Yeah, it's really actually dangerous. So this the isotonic really offers alternatives to pills. Yeah, help those people have difficulties to swallow the pills and tablets. Okay. And now we come to the isotonic concoctions. Okay, the picture didn't come out, but before I introduced the concoctions of isotonic products, I think that's a key concept. That's a key concept of a synergistic effect. Synergistic effect. When we take supplements, actually, like here, the daily essential kit, the first one is the isotonic OPC3. Isotonic OPC3 is a very powerful antioxidant. It helps to clear the free radicals in our body. It's an overall effect for our body. Yeah, but if we can use it together with the multivitamin, in isotonic multivitamin, there are also other antioxidants like vitamin A, vitamin A, C, D, E. There are also antivitamins. They can help OPCs. They can provide their electrons to restore OPC. So if we use two products together, they can help each other and restore OPC3 to enhance its ability of antioxidants. So it's somehow like the cocktail recipe. I think it's the same concept of cocktail recipe. So that's why concoctions is a very important concept in use of those nutrition supplements. Here, that's number one isotonic daily essential kit. That is a combination of isotonic OPC3 and multivitamin and B complex and calcium. It provides our daily necessities of nutrition in a balanced way. And here, so we can introduce it. And actually, this okay. So point out, OPC3 is it can provide it can maintain a highly for helping maintain health cholesterol level, joint flexibilities, cardiovascular health, and circulation, and it helps the body functions at its peak by combating free radicals throughout your body. But with the help of other supplements, we can stay at the peak at every moment. Help we go through the everyday, the daily stress. And actually, okay, sorry. Okay, that's another additional benefit. If those concoctions that's set, it can provide a certain discount than buying the products individually. That's up to from 25, 29 up to 40% benefit. And thanks everybody. We have some technical difficulties here, but now it is still a very important concoctions I would like to introduce. Before the slide coming out, I think to most of people, like my father, he's a diabetes for many years. So now I really care about his vision. His vision is kind of fading. So vision care is very important in our senior age. I can say I need to say so. So in our isotonic products, we have several choices to have our vision care. The first one is also isotonic OPC3. It's very important because one of the ingredients, phenolphthalein, it can go through the blood, our brain-blood barricade. Yeah, that's very important because our brain was well protected by the brain-blood brain-blood barrier, and OPC3 we can go through it, so we can go to our brain to clear the free radicals and also provide the nutrition to our brain. Because our the eyes is right in the brain, so it really helps our vision. Really helps our vision to protect it. And also, it's isotonic vitamin, multivitamin I just explained. It has a synergistic effect with OPC3. And also our isotonic vision. The major ingredients is lupin. Yeah, and also bone and joint supplements. I believe there are a very high percentage for senior people to suffer from the joint, the joint problem. So this is also free product. Also, still isotonic OPC3 and our prime joint supplement formula and calcium plus. This three products combined together really benefit our joint and our bones. And the third one, the gout release. I have my personal experience of this, the gout release, because I used to work for a purchase office of a UK trading company. So business dinner almost every day. And after that, beers, wine, and scotch. Oh my God! My first experience of gout, really, it's really so painful, so difficult. As you can remember, my bed in my room is just this distance from here to there. I cannot walk through it. I kind of climb over it. Really, my gout is on my ankle. My ankle is so swollen, so none of my shoes can fit in, really. So painful, I told myself, I would rather die or want to suffer from it again, really. So these products can really help to release the gout. The first one is OPC3, the second one is digestive enzyme. And the third one is B complex and calcium plus and multi minerals. Actually, I think the basic problem with the gout is that our body is really sour. So the urine acid cannot go out and stay in our body. So the first after the gout release, I think the most important thing is try to make your body as alkaline as possible. Don't stay in the acid status. Okay, I think that's my share today.
Okay, next we have product testimonials, and we are inviting a few of our distributors to come forward to share how products have benefited themselves in the usage of it. Can I invite Bernice Lim, please?
Hello, good afternoon. So, I'm Bernice. I was introduced to MA early this year, January, through my sponsor, Kelly. I started to take MA products by the third week of January. So, basically, before I start with this MA product, I have some skin and health conditions. So, basically, I have this irritable bowel syndromes, and I also have this digestion problem. So every meal, after I eat every meal, I will have this problem after I eat every meal, I have this problem of bloating, and also will have belching. And I have this very frequent diarrhea. That is most of the day, maybe 1 week, I will have 2-3 times. It's a norm to me already. And loose stools, upset stomach is nearly every day. So it's not very major, just discomfort, very discomfort, then I will have to. For those in Singapore, those have baby, you know what is Louis. That one babies always have bloating and crying. I carry with me every day to office. So after meals, I eat very light. Too oily, too spicy, dairy product, milk in the morning will cause bloating. So if I work very late, so if late dinner, I do not dare to sleep because I have to wait 2-3 hours. If not, the next morning I wake up with a gastric pain. So I will have this quite serious indigestion problems. And I like to jog. I like jogging, and I have this joint pain problem. So whenever I jog, when I do jogging, the next 3 days or 4 days, I will have swollen on my knee. A minor swollen that you feel very tight when you bend or you walk the staircase. So I jog roughly maybe 1 week once. I don't even dare or a few times. Then I have this minor eczema, dryness, and also itchiness of skin. So if I work long hours, in aircon, I work long hours in aircon. So if I do not take proper care of, remember to apply lotions, I will scratch until you have some bleeding, on my skin. And of course, when people see me, they will ask me one question: "You got enemy? Are you enemy?" Because I look pale and dark. My skin is dark and then very pale. Even though I used to be a sports people, I do running, and I can easily have fatigue kicks in. So I like the words of, I need power nap, I need to rest for a while. Okay. So my boss is quite kind to me. So sometimes I work there, I say, boss, I'm tired, I need maybe 10 minutes in in office space, I take a nap after lunch. So after about 2 months, I take MA product, I notice a major difference in me, that is, I no longer have loose stool. Okay, so I become, and I can, for example, like if I work late, I take a meal at 11 o'clock. I take 1 spoonful of digestive, I take one spoonful of this, 1 cap of digestive enzyme, and I straight away go to sleep. The next morning, I wake up without any pain. And I noticed this, so I no more have to worry about taking milk. I will have bloatings, and I noticed as month on, my bloating, belching, all gone. Okay? And even I start to take curry, laksa, all these things. So if I take, I feel, okay, maybe I just take 1 capful, then I find it's really improved a lot on my digestion system. And my improvement on my cartilage and joint condition, after jogging, I walk staircase, no problem. And one thing is satisfied my dentist desire wearing high heels. And I also have improvement in skin structure, like Kelly, my friends, they notice, no longer look like someone who had anemic, okay? I look more supple, my skin more smooth, and then my pores become smaller, and I got they call it 红润, healthier look. And lastly, overall health, there's a great improvement, and I feel more energetic, and I work. My colleagues can even say, hey, you're getting healthier, look healthier. And lastly, the product that I take is actually, I take digestive enzyme with probiotics, prime joints, support formula, and OPC multivitamin. So every morning, basically, So basically, every morning I wake up with take OPC, multivitamins, active B complex is a must every morning. On and off, I add with this acai for energy. And after meals, normally I'll take this. So after meals, I will take with this digestive enzyme. Or sometimes I add with the omega fish oil for my skins, and prime gel is for my joints, and I add it together with calcium too. That's all. Thank you.
Next, we have Julie Ng to share with us her experience.
Hey, Tony.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Julie. I'm an asthmatic kid since born, and I will be a daily usage of asthma drug, inhaler, cough syrup, steroid cream for. Actually, I declare my age. And then I went for weekly TCM for continuously 6 months. Prior to taking OPC3s and some other MA product for asthma, later I'll show you what product I take, and also a eczema treatment. My skin is very dry. Since young, I use steroid cream. I will always have allergy where all my joints will have scratches, and when I sleep, I don't know about it, and I always go and scratch, and my body is like scratch board, always got scratches. It's like cat fights and dog fights. And I regularly go to Pedi and Medicure for my fragile meal. I have constipation, body and stomach bloating, and weight gain. I used to be very skinny, but I think because of the drugs I've been taking daily, I have to take daily products like for Aspra Singular, if you all know. Every day 1 tablet. The tablet itself costs $3 per tablet every day. And also cough syrup. And I have to toggle between 3 doctors to take the cough syrup because doctor will not encourage you to every day take the cough syrup. And also I have degenerating and obvious stiffness and clicking sound on my kneecap. I have dull face skin, pigmentation and large open pores, also because I like outdoor sports. And after 2 months of MA products, in fact, actually, after 2 weeks, there are some obvious changes, but mainly I can see confirmed changes. After taking 2 months, I stopped taking daily intake of my asthma drug, cough syrup for 2 months, and less usage of, every day I have to bring my inhaler with me. I'm very sensitive to smell or even if I, let's say, take public transport, that's why I started to take public transport, or even come to big crowd, like okay, these sizes, but if I sense of some perfume or different smell, I'll start puffing. But these 2-3 months, in fact, I get careless and sometimes I don't carry my inhaler with me anymore. It reduced tremendously. Last time I used to take inhaler like 2 puffs per day, or even 3. Then I also stopped going to my TCM and acupuncture treatment. There's also improvement in both my body and skin texture. My skin was much worse than currently. The pores also very large for this, but it does help a lot. And also I see my fingernails growing, able to go toilet every day, feel lighter. And then there's also less cracking sound now in my kneecap. And the products that I consume are actually isotonic OPC3, bromelain digestive enzyme. That was the first 3 major products that I took. And then after taking about 2 months, I start having a lot of trust in these products. So I start taking more. The others are Calcium Plus, multivitamin, Omega-3, Ultimate Alum, and also Prime Joy Formula. We are actually given 5 minutes. Actually, I took all this together with my mom. Her health condition, in fact, also improved a lot because of the joint. And also she lost weight and also her health improved a lot. That's all to share. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Jacqueline. Jacqueline to share.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm glad I'm here to share this wonderful product for me. I have a son, 19. He actually got this sinus since age 3. So actually we tried a lot of supplements, product with the other supplier. It doesn't help him. So for one day I still came over, we were having a swim. They that introduced to us the business. In fact, we are interested in the business and the product. So, but Esther said, no, you must try the product. So we tried. So I told my husband, we try first. Is it good? We give it to my son to try. Parents are always like that, yeah, see, ma. Anything, die first, never mind. Children is there to be alive. So we try really for the first 1-2 weeks. My husband and I felt that nothing, nothing at all. Perfectly okay. So no side effects, so we continue. So in fact, indirectly it helped my husband. My husband do have eczema. So he used to see doctor and they need to apply the cream. But after taking time, he said, girl, hey, I recovered. I felt that I didn't use the cream so often. So I said, okay, no problem. It's safe to give it to your son to eat. So we actually give it to my son to eat. In fact, for the past 16 years, he always got mucus problem every day. He need to visit. First day he came out from the room, he will actually go to the toilet, tissue box there, draw tissue and tissues missing, all this thing, poor thing, as of now I see already. So, and then if let's say he can't sleep in the aircon room, and if let's say if the condition gets worse, he needs to visit doctor every 3 months. So, and then continue, he has to use the nasal spray. But after we give him the consumer the OPC multivitamin and B complex for about 1 week, we realized there's a little bit difference. Subsequently, we realized he don't visit the tissue box so often, getting lesser and lesser, and he can sleep in the aircon room. And my house only say without pet, all these things. Currently, we have a dog already. Yeah, that's all I will share. Thank you.
Next, we have Kelly Ang.
Hi, I'm Kelly. A health condition before. I used to be a runner, so over the years I have developed knee joint pain, and I have great difficulty climbing up and down the stairs. It's not much difference compared to old grandma actually. And I have migraines since young. Seriously, when I go down, right, I have to hold on to the railings because I really could not bear the pain when I go down step by step. And condition before, year 2012, I had a 4-car chain accident, and it was a double whammy for me, double whiplash. So I had pain in my whole spinal cord, and movement was substantially limited and affected, and it resulted in unwanted weight gain. I can't even do housework. I have to employ part-time helper to come in to help. And I have to undergo physiotherapy and TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, for 18 months, but with no great improvement. So it was like a lifelong thing. The doctor told me that I have to keep doing it till the end. And not only that, I contracted dengue in year 2013. It took me 3 months to recover, and when I finally recovered, the worst haze in Singapore came, and I was sick for another 3 weeks. So year 2012, year 2013 was not very smooth going for me. And after that, because I do not like Western medication, and even when I visit doctors, I don't take medication. I just use a lot of natural products before that. So what happened was, the alert came to me when I started to have massive hair loss. My hair was still waist length, and it was really thick and straight, but massive amount of hair, meaning it really clogged up the whole drain, and I was really getting scared then. So I called up my sister and said, I think my body is telling me something, which I do not know what is it. So she just told me one thing. She said, without this massive hair loss, when there's no vanity reasons involved, you will not be alerted. I said, yeah, that's me. So what happened was I went to TCM, and the doctor told me that my whole immune system was totally wiped out, and he had a 1-month concoction for me. So I went up to pay, and I saw the word 4, the letter 4, the number 4. So I took out $40, and the cashier told me, "Excuse me, miss, it's 400 or 40." So I got the shock of my life. I was like, how many months is this for? She said, "Oh, only 1 month, and you have to come back every month and for a long period." So I took my first 400, and I was in the car thinking, okay, how many 400 do I have to fork out? So that was I took for two weeks, and my condition improved quite a bit, but I was still, the thought of 400 every month was really scaring me. So that's when I happened to meet Joe and Esther, and they were introducing me products, which it took me a while to be convinced, because I'm not a supplement taker. I'm not a non-natural food taker. But I have to start trying it, because 400 versus that little amount of money for supplements is really quite worthwhile a try. So she had only 3 products available for me. The first is OPC3, calcium, and acai. She said, I have nothing else but these 3, so I took everything. So 2 months of usage, I realized that there's no pain in my knee joint. I can go up and down the stairs or the bridge very easily. And gradual weight loss, that's a bonus. Hair loss has stabilized. It was still dropping, but it was very much reduced already. But my spinal cord was still in pain, and I can't really do much, and my part-time helper is still in the house. So after that, I joined as a distributor when MarketSingapore open, and I purchased Prime Join. And within a month, my whole spinal cord pain was gone. I felt healthier, happier, and I received a lot of positive comments from friends and family members. I don't even need any part-time helpers anymore. I'm doing everything myself. And my health improvements improved so much that, you know, a lot of these improvements actually turn into business opportunities for me. So that's my sharing. Thank you.
Next, we have Joyce Lai, who is an executive coordinator from Taiwan. She will share with us on how to use social media for retailing. Listen carefully. This is one part I want to learn as well.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm still waiting for my point. Sorry. Before my topic, I would like to ask who knows what social media is? Can you raise your hand? Facebook? Yeah, sure. And who is using social media? Can you raise your hand? Wow. I think a lot. So we can start our topic because we are doing our exercise for raising hand right now. Is there anyone think retailing is very difficult? Can you raise your hand? You think retailing is very difficult? Very difficult. So everyone think it's easy? Then we don't have to talk about this. Okay. My topic is how to use social media for retailing. So what is social media? Things everyone knows, but I still have to explain official. Social media is an interaction among people in which they create, share, and exchange information and idea in virtual community and network. The most important is you create and you share and you exchange the information. So why is social media so popular? Do you know? Because you can find your friends, right? Yeah, especially on Facebook. You can find maybe someone already lost contact for many years. Suddenly you find, ooh, this is my college classmates or something like that. So you can find your old friends there. Also, it's opportunity to meet new people, right? Actually, my most retailer is from the new people I met on Facebook or on other social media. And social networking are user-friendly. It's easy to use. You don't have to spend much time to learn it. So everyone can just use it very easily. And also you can join groups like share your interests. Like if you are a dog lover, you can just find many people, they also love dogs or cats. And also maybe you like music, so you also can find a group there. So you can find people who have the same interest with you. The most important, they are free to use, right? So you don't have to pay anything, then you are very happy to use it. Okay. Nowadays, everyone has something to say, right? You like to complain your boss, the employees, and the boss complain the employees, right? And also you complain something, you always like try to say something, then you just post on Facebook, say, I'm very sad today because blah, blah, blah. Then someone just responds to you, oh yes, that's right, your boss is not good boss. So everyone has something to say. So everyone is interested in what people are going to say. So, but not everyone knows how to say. So for example, maybe you try to say something, but you don't in person, maybe you don't know how to talk like, oh, the OBC is very good, but when you talk to people, people maybe reject you. and say, oh, I don't believe so, or something like that. You feel frustrated. So you don't know how to say. Then you start to try on Facebook or social media, you try to say something. Okay. Then why to use social media for retailing? Because some people, for example, I don't sell product direct to my friends because I'm afraid they will reject or they refuse or give me some negative response. So I start to use social media because there are so many people I don't know. I don't care if they reject me or they refuse me. So it's okay. So I start to use social media for retailing. Then how? Why we are going to use social media? Because you imagine being able to send a text message to 100,000 people like this, because you just share and people share your information. Also imagine being able to follow the text messenger for 60,000 people. People follow you, right? I think many people, maybe someone, they are not your friend, but they follow your message. And imagine being able to see what most people are talking about right now. What is the hot subject they are talking right now? You can find it on Facebook. Like in Taiwan, some actors or artists, you are using our products. So we will use Facebook to share it. And you know what happened and what is so hot. Or when a particular person mentioned a product or an event, this is what I'm talking about. This actress is very famous in Taiwan, and she shared Pentazole on her Facebook. So the fans find. Also, for our distributor found this information, so we shared. And then Pentazole in Taiwan is sold out. No stock. We had to wait for about a half month. So right now, the most popular social media is Facebook, right? Who has Facebook? Can you raise your hand? I think most people do have. Okay. So when you go to your friend's message, you just click like. What does it mean? You mean you follow, pay attention to them. You want to know what happened to them or what they are doing. Maybe they are complaining about their boss, so you know, okay, they are not satisfied with their work and what you can do for the next. So, and also you just build interaction the interaction to build a trust. When you always go to, for example, if you find a person you think you want to sell something to or share something to them, then you can just every day you just pay attention to their message. Then you just click like, and they'll find out, this person is interested. I don't know them, but they come to my message every day. So they start to pay attention to your message. Okay, then what is next? What is next is maybe you have opportunity to introduce the product to them, or maybe the business to them. Okay, and right now, mobile is very hot. So you, whenever you go to the restaurant, or you maybe go to a garden place, then you just check in. Who have ever checked in when you go? Yeah, many people, when they go to the restaurant, the first thing they do is take a picture, then check in, then share the photo, and they say, see, I have a tea with my friends. So everybody knows, oh, it's very nice, because we are still working very hard, and you have a tea right now. Okay, so you just share your lifestyle, have an interest to attract people to pay attention to you, what you are doing, why you can have so much free time to do this. And so they come to their interest, and you create interaction. Then next, of course, you can share more product information or business opportunity. So I would suggest you can post more photo or video to attract people to pay attention to your information. Like this is my dog. So I always post my dog photo, and many dog lover, they will say, oh, so cute, and then have interaction with you. And like when we go to convention, we also post the photos. See so many people, and they say, oh, this concert. I said, yes, this concert, a very interesting concert. Are you interested to come? Okay. And social media actually is something to share. Like I went to Germany, I found out this coffee is from Taiwan, Mr. Brown coffee. So I took a picture and then I shared to many Taiwanese people. Say, see, I found the Taiwanese coffee, Mr. Brown in Germany. And also, I had time to have tea with my friends, so I show them. And this for transition. When people say, what is that? Say, oh, the more you eat, the more body fat you lose. That's the style we have. So they say, oh, so many you can eat. Yes, sure. And the more you eat, you can lose your weight or your fat. And also my dog, sorry. That's just loud. Okay, and now everybody have a mobile phone, right? So mobile message app is more and more popular right now. So we can use Line. I know in Singapore you use WhatsApp, right? But actually in Taiwan, we like to use Line because you can use in mobile or computer. WhatsApp can only use a mobile. Yeah. So sometimes it's just lazy, too tight. And it's hard in Taiwan, but also I think in China. There's so much stickers you can use. That's how we like it. Sometimes something is beyond language, so we just use this kind of sticker. Okay. And WeChat is also very popular. Then let's topic. How to use social media for retailing? Let people join your conversation. You have to have interaction with them. Then you can just have build the relationship with the rest. And you can build trust with them. And you find your friends, and then your potential customer. And that's most important. I think for the retailer, you have to find your potential customer. Then don't just think to sell. If someone asks you what is Pentaso, don't just think I want to sell to them. I want to sell to them. They can know, from the language, the conversation you have. So you just don't think about sell. Just share your story, your business, and the best sell information. Now, all you have to do is share. Actually, the most important is word of mouth. If you say, oh, this product is very good, but nobody used, nobody shared the testimony, like the ladies, they did. Nobody believed the product is good. So you have to share something like, if you share, your word will pass on by 5 people, then 20. You just share to your friends, then your friends will maybe click like. Their friend will see your information too, or they would like to share your information. So more and more people they will know the information you try to share. This CRA. This is also very hot in Taiwan. So when I post this photo, many people are curious. What is that? Why so many? I say, oh, because it's very hot and it's good for to lose body fat. So people get curious. They start to ask you questions. Once they ask you a question, you have opportunity to introduce your products. Also TV. That's news from Taiwan. This lady is 43 years old already. And she said she took OPC3. Also, she used Pentoxol. And this was shown on TV. So we just take this picture to share on Facebook. And then also Pentoxol sold out. So it's very powerful. The only thing you have to do is just share the information. Okay, this is my customer feedback. She's here. Okay, this conversation because she has some problem on her face. So I introduced her to use Pentoxol. So this is our conversation. Of course, it's confidential. I can't say who she is, but I can show the conversation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And also grandma's testimonial. It's my partner's grandma. She took isotonics products. And this picture was, this photo is from my partner. And then she gave me the checkup report. So we post on Facebook to prove the 93 years grandma is healthier than a young person. So you don't have to explain too much. No need to explain. To see is to believe. The only thing you have to do is share. Okay, so actually retailing just when you have you use some products which is good, then you share to your friend. And if your friend is interested in use, when she use, she will also share to their friend. Also, maybe they don't use, maybe they just share the information. So it's word of mouth. So you just lead your potential customer to your web portal. The only thing you have to do is share. So retailing is not so difficult, but all you have to do is share your information to your friend and to your friend's friend. Okay, thank you very much.
Wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, excellent. All right, and next we have Sabrina Chai from Australia. She's a professional coordinator, all right? And Sabrina Chai earns about $4,500 to $7,500 every 4 weeks. And she's also the local coordinator for Perth, Australia. And Sabrina's team in Australia has actually just won the best state of the year for Market Australia.
Hi everyone. Lost my voice. Yeah, I lost my voice. Huh? Hi everyone. I'm Sabrina from Perth. I'm happy to be here and congratulate everyone. You sit here from 1 o'clock until 4. Good news, I think I'm the last speaker. The next one is James. So I only have 20 minutes. Now, I started the business on a part-time basis. So I do not believe in MLM. I don't do direct selling. So my background is a purchasing and operation manager. I live in Australia for 29 years. My husband is in IT, so we are married, double income, no kids. So we have a pretty good lifestyle. Until my friend Marianne and James came to Australia and told me how great the business is. Because of Marianne and James, I joined the business. But I still had no time. because we had such a good life, in Australia. But I use the product, Mom used the product, and I'm doing this part-time. Mary Ann and James encouraged me to go to USA, so I went to USA year 2009. My team was only 4 or 5 people. And then this is why I know this is the real business. There are so many people making money. So when I came back, I come from no time doing MA to do part-time MA. I still have a full-time job. I still have a few property that I need to pay, my mortgages and all that. So for the past 4 years, I have been doing this part-time. So my part-time income has given me $4,500 to $7,500 every 4 weeks. So this is the time that I look at my life. Mom is 72 years old. I live with my mom. I want to take her to many places. So this is the time that I thought I can have a choice. Am I going to keep working my 45-year plan, keep making money for my boss, or do I quit my job and make money for my team member? So a month ago, I quit my job. I resigned. So my boss asked me, "Oh, don't you?" They know that I have few property that I need to, pay home loan. They say, "Oh, don't you have any financial problem?" I said, "Financial is never my problem." One thing in life, because I come from a very good family background, my mom always tell me, you can spend whatever you wanted to spend, just make sure that you know how to make it. Right? So we are not those kind of people that who don't want to go to a restaurant, or how much are we going to pay? I'm going to Taiwan for holiday, how much are we going to pay? Where are we going to stay? No, just find a way to make more money and you can enjoy whatever you want. Right? So my topic here is why are we in this business? What are we going to do? So the aim is to get 2 people, build 2 organizations, and get weekly income. Right? So like James is making $100,000 a month. I'm not very greedy. I just want to make whatever that 50% that he makes. So when Marianne shot, it doesn't have to do at any price, price tag. So this is our aim. So from Steven did a fantastic job, right? And then Steven said that, the business is so good, the company is very solid. And then we have Esther who actually said that there are people who quit because they do not understand what is Market America business, right? And then through all the product testimonial, we are all convinced this is a good product. So why are you here? Well, how many are here because you want the money? Raise your hand. 95%. How many are here because you want time freedom? Another 95%. You cannot find another business that will give you time freedom and money freedom like Market America. With a healthy, very healthy lifestyle. You only drink your supplement. Right? Yeah, and then sometimes we went out, had a big meal. My team member always said, "Rena, let's do transitions." Yeah, alright, so my session today is all about you. Company is good, product is great, so many people making money. How about you? Right? So from my experience in Perth, we had about I have the biggest team in Perth now. For the past 4 years, I can tell you that the people who quit from my team, 2 reasons. The reason why they quit. Number 1, I agree with Esther. They do not know how powerful is shop.com. They do not know what is Market America, Market Australia, or even Market Singapore is all about. The second thing is they quit because they do not answer their friends' questions. It is an MLM. It is Amway. 这是不是老鼠会骗人的 They were so scared. They said, this is so hard, so they quit. Right? So because of that, I think what I wanted to share with you that why my team is doing so well in Australia. Australia is one of the countries that is very difficult to build MA, and we build it very strongly because we believe that you have to have a few things that you need to do. Before you talk to your friend, you have to know what it is, and what is your 2-minute commercial. For example, AD, right? So if I bump into you in the shopping centers, we say, "Oh hi, I haven't seen you for a long time," and you will say, "Oh hi, Sabrina, what have you been doing?" Am I going to tell him that I'm the operation manager working for my boss and all this and that? I'm not, right? I'm going to say that, "Oh look, I just join a new business, it's an online business, blah, 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 blah. If he asks any more questions, what happened? Make appointment. Don't stand there and like, you know, and like a 机关枪 and oh, this is so hard. No. So we teach our team, right, and then make appointment. I'm very busy, I know you are very busy, I need 45 minutes of your time, make an appointment. And then I will not go by myself, I will take a business partner, right, senior business partner. So your what is it have to be ready anytime, right? So for example, if I see you in a shop or even in the restaurant, people ask you, what did you do? Well, you can't tell your friend that, oh, I'm not ready to tell you what do I do. Right? So you've got to be ready. And I will say that homework for tonight, everybody go home and write it down, what do you do? If you bump into a friend you haven't seen for 2 years or 3 years, people ask you, hi Kelly, what do you do? Right away, 2 minutes, what do you do? Right? And then after that, and then you say, oh, I partner with a shop called global.shop.com. So what is that? It's online shopping. It's the best shopping mall. Do you shop online? Product brokerage. You know, you can actually, it's an UnFranchise business system. So why are you doing this? Eddie, why are you doing this?
Because I would like to see residual income.
Yeah. So, you know, and people will ask you, oh, you know, like, Sabrina, you have such a, you know, you're so busy, your full-time job and the husband and the mom, why are you doing this? Because I'm so busy, I'm always looking for a way that I can use my skill to make myself a residual income so that one day I don't have to work for anyone. Oh, okay, what is that? Book appointment, right? The best, I think Singaporean for what, you know, we have a very good team member here, Elsie and Josephine, for their feedback. Most of the Singaporeans are very, very busy. They work until 7:30, 8 o'clock. So we can't even book appointment, you know, before 7:30. So something like that. Maybe, you know, the catching, you know, the hook for you to do fishing, probably is time leverage. Because I'm so busy, so I'm working with a group of friends to actually leverage my time to make myself a residual income, right? You can actually put things like, you know, if you have kids, we have quite a few moms in Perth. The reason they use, I'm starting a business so that I can build it up and then can give it to my kids, right? So you can actually say that as well. So basically, you have to be, like Amy was saying, that don't bluff. Singaporeans are very smart. Right? So just be nature and tell them what it is. I will say that if you do not know what to say, just make it very simple. I help people develop their own internet business. How do you do that? And then you can talk about product brokerage or global.shop and things like that. Or I always say that I help people, I show people how to get paid for shopping online. Now, when we open Singapore, James, if we open Market Singapore, they will have partner shop, right? Right. So in Australia, this is what we say. I'm showing people how to get paid by shopping online. Okay, I'm showing people, I'm teaching people how do you turn your expenses into investment. I'm a small business consultant. I actually, you know, do one-on-one coaching. This is what I say. I'm a small business consultant. I do one-on-one coaching. I'm showing people how to get paid by shopping online. Okay, so depending on who your audience is. And then you can say something like, oh, you know, I have partnered with a faster growing web portal. And then it's coming up to Singapore, and we are the pioneer. Right? So you can say something like that. So, and then you just make it very simple. So I have a few simple answer here. On the internet marketing business, it's an amazing way to create a second income. Okay? The second thing is, okay, you say, what do you do? Oh, yeah, I do this and this and this. But why are you in the business? So earlier, I think another speaker touched on, again, right? You talked about 2-minute commercial. So in your 2-minute commercial, you have 2 types. You should have different types. I always have 2. One is for product, one is for business. So why are you in the business? Well, the reason why I'm doing this because I want time freedom. I want to be able to take my mom everywhere she wanted to travel. I want to be able to, enjoy my lifestyle with her before she gets too old, right? Or I want to be, So your 2-minute commercial has to be strong, and it's about you. So there are 2 things that you need to do today before you go to bed. What is it? And your 2-minute commercial. In fact, 2 minutes is too long. If you meet somebody on the street, your friend, I will say 30 seconds. I went to a business training lately. I like one of the things that the business coach actually teaches. Imagine that if you go into a hotel, 5-star hotel, you go into a lift and you met Richard Branson. Just 2 of you. And Richard Branson turned around and said, "Oh, hi. What did you do?" 30 seconds. What would you say? I would say, I own an online business. I'm teaching people how to shop online and get paid. And something like that. So 30 seconds, so reduce your 2 minutes to 30 seconds and say, "This is what I do." And your friend say, "Oh, what is it? Tell me more." "Yeah, good, but I'm really busy." I would say, so sometimes when people say no, don't step back and assume that, "Oh my gosh," they say no. No, because they say, some people have 口才, they just like to say no. Doesn't matter what you say. My husband is one of them. So when I answer questions, I also give them questions. For example, I'm going to show it to you. It is a pyramid. Don't jump ahead and say, "Oh, no, this is not pyramid." No, ask them, "What do you know about pyramid?" "Oh, pyramid is illegal." Yeah, that's right. I agree with you. This is not a pyramid. Pyramid is something that you get the money from people and you never deliver products. So do you think I'll be in this business? No, right? So, or you can say something like, "Yes, before I get very serious about this business, I was worried that this is pyramid too. Therefore, my husband and I, without making too much money from this business, we went to America and we have a look. Then we found that this is not pyramid. In fact, it is a legitimate business." Okay, so I do encourage everybody to actually make a trip to USA or even to Taiwan, Hong Kong conventions, and to have a look. If people say that it is Amway, again, don't jump and say, no, this is not Amway. I met a prospect once that asked me, "It is Amway." So I said, "What do you know about Amway?" She went, "Oh, my auntie in Malaysia making a lot of money in Amway, and she is a diamond grade." Oh, I said, "Oh, good." I said, "There are lots of people making money in Amway. Did your auntie work very hard?" "Oh, yeah, everyone was so scared of her." And I said, "Okay, good. In this case, in our business, you only need to find 2 people, you only need to get 10 customers. Would you like that?" Right? So then she went, "Oh, okay, that's not too bad," and she actually joined. Right? So don't criticize any other company. Don't say that, "Oh, no, away." No. We always teach our team, listen, ask questions, right, Elaine? And then you can tell people that, "Oh, we took the best of franchise business and the networking business, so we combine together and we call it UnFranchise." I don't have time. Yeah, me too. I don't have time. So, well, I always ask people, if you don't have time today, are you doing anything in your life to make yourself extra time 5 years later, 10 years later? "Oh no, I'm working from 9 to 5, or even Singapore is about working from 8 to 7:30, right? Are you doing anything to change your life? Probably, because you join Market Australia, so you are. But for your Singapore, so for most of the people who say, "Oh no, I'm just working." All right, I'm going to show you a way that you can leverage your time with a team of people to make a residual income. Right? Then you make an appointment. Right? So with extra $1,500 a month, make a difference in your life. It would. The reason why they're working so hard because they're really so scared that the boss will fire them. Another thing is I do not have the money. Now because I'm 47, so if my friend said it to me, 40-something, I say, "Look, at the age of 47, if you still do not have the money, seriously, you need to look into this business." I will let young people graduate from uni. I I don't have the money. Seriously, again, seriously? You need this business for everyone, right? So it's always no wrong answer. So you always have to be very positive and say, look, you really need to look into this business. And people will, and then most people will say, hey, how much are you making, Amy? Yeah, and then, are you really making money? So what I did in the past, because James, Paul, and Marianne, they live in USA, I cannot ask James to come to Perth every month. So what I did was I always carry, sometimes I carry their photos. I said, oh no, I'm not making that much money yet, but my friend who introduced me making, $700,000 a year. Or we travel to USA and to Sydney convention and all that. We took pictures with the successful people. Like Esther, we used a picture a few times. This lady from Melbourne, she's making $18,000 a month. Right? So these are our idols. So you can actually say that to your prospect. And the people say that, it is one of those things. What thing? We are a new system. Our system is only 21 years old. So if you are talking about MLM or whatever, we are completely different. Okay? So I have to talk to my wife. Yes, good idea. Next appointment, bring your wife. Right? Or people say that, how much are you making? If you are new, bring photos of a successful upline. If you have been in the world, like me, I always say that I was doing this part-time. If I'm doing this full-time, I think I'm going to make more money than I did part-time. Right? Let me think about it. Before they see the plan, really, there's nothing for them to think about. Okay, so after they see let me think about it. I always say that, look, what is bothering you? The time freedom or the money? And do I have to sell anything? In the past, some of the old distributors, Chinese hate selling. 不喜欢卖东西. Do you have to sell anything? Oh, no need to sell. No, we actually say that yes, you do. Because in business, you have two things that you sell. You either sell the product or you sell the service, right? So in our business, you only need to get 10 customers, and then you don't have to sell the product. You just share the product sells by itself. And then something like that, I always show them our web portal, and show them how much product we have and all that. People say I'm not interested. Before they see the plan, then you can say I don't expect you to. After they see the plan, and then you say that, I know how you feel. Probably for some prospect to see the plan the first time is overwhelming. Okay, it's lots of things, EVs and IVs and all that. So we will say that book a second appointment. We do a Q&A sessions. Okay, so to summarize my 20 minutes talk, there are two things you need to do. Get your answer ready. What is it? 2-minute commercial and reduce it to 30 seconds. And then after that, if you meet anyone on the street who asks you difficult questions, don't step back. Don't give up. Just say something like, if you do not know how to answer questions, just say that I'm quite new. However, if you have half an hour time, I want to get my senior partner to give you a call, and then you can get your question answered. Or sometimes most of the people are very friendly that we met. None of them are very nasty, but there are people that are they got rock in their head. Don't try to open your mind, all right? Because we respect their decisions. Don't drag them into the business. They say, look, maybe the timing is not quite right for you. However, I do suggest that maybe you need B, because you look very stressed, right? I think you can she's very pretty, so do something like that. So after you've gone through all that, after you've gone through your 2-minute commercial and all this, right, what do? You show them one of these. You either take up your catalog or you do the web portal tour, especially when people ask you, is this a big business? Show them shop.com. We partner with 2,000 to 3,000 big stores. If you think this is a small business, do you think Macy, Mark and Spencer, April, all these will partner with us, right? So that's why in Perth, if people ask us, is this a direct selling? If this is a direct selling, do you think David Jones, Mark and Spencer will partner with us? So no more questions about direct selling. So basically, how do you do this? For you to stay in the game, you need to do that. You have to believe in yourself. The reason why I'm a team leader in Perth, because I travel the most. Sydney, Melbourne, USA, right? James said, Sabrina, you have to go. I said, okay. I tell my boss, I really have to take August off. My boss said, oh, August is our busiest month because I work for importers. Well, if you don't give me my holiday, I'm going to quit my job. Because for us, it is not an option. It's a requirement, right, James? It's a requirement to go. So because of my consistency for the past 4 years, right? So therefore, today I'm able to have a choice to be doing MA full-time. For all of you here, I will say that if you are still sitting on the fence, if you are still unsure where you are going to go, get your ticket today to go to USA, and you have to go to the cruise. And after the USA trip, this is what we told our team member. After USA, if you think this is not the right business for you, we will not order you again. Right? Because you already seen it, and you still think 25,000 making money has nothing to do with you. Well, continue using your B, right? And right, isn't it right? So therefore, I think, first of all, get your ticket to USA, believe in yourself, and do your 2 homework tonight, and don't be scared, and never give up, and we can all making $1 million a year. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina. That was a very enjoyable talk. I have another job for you. Stand-up comic. Okay, now we'd like to invite James Koh, our field president, who earns 85,000 to 100,000 every 4-week cycle. Okay, and he will share with us on building solid organization for ongoing income.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hope everybody is still awake after 4 hours. Okay. Don't worry about the slide because we are doing the training, so we are going to have all the PowerPoint put together in a folder. Before we leave here, we will give to the leader, so you can copy from your overseas leader. Okay. This is just our background. We have been with Market America for about 17 years, and we started from USA, and then we expanded to Canada in 1997. And then 2002, we started Australia. In 2005, we started Taiwan, and then 2007, we started Hong Kong. So we just want to share with you about our experience. And for the last 17 years, we did lots of different things. So for the detail, you can look at that later. But just to make good impression, okay? So you can listen to our old people. Well, at least 17 years old. Okay. The topic is, we are talking about ongoing income. Okay? Even $1 million a year is nothing for the Singapore people. Because Singapore, the salary is very high. And even I remember that the Prime Minister of Singapore, their annual income is about $2 million, right? It's about 10 times of US President's salary. And I think your Prime Minister deserved it. Nobody throw shoes to your Prime Minister, right? And if you look at the newspaper today, even Clinton, the next, could be the next US President, when he was delivering the speech at Las Vegas, someone threw shoes to her. And so that's the reason. We are talking about ongoing income, but some people mention about our income may be passive income or residual income, but I need to clarify that. Our income is ongoing income. Our income is active income. In US, the tax rate is quite different for the active income and passive income. If it's passive income, the tax rate is very high, much higher than the active income. Active income is you work on it. And for this business, at the beginning, especially for the first 2 to 3 years, you really need to work hard. But after 2 to 3 years, then you don't need to work as hard as the first 3 years. But your income could be much higher than the first 3 years. For example, it took us about 5 years to make the first $1 million. But now we have already earned more than $13 million. That means the first year maybe take 10 years. The first $1 million may took 5 years, but the second $1 million maybe take 3 years, and then the third one time will be shorter and shorter. It's the same, like your first cycle may take 6 months, or if it's 10, then maybe it's 1 week or 2 weeks, right? But for most of people, the first cycle may take a little bit longer time. Most of you probably know Teddy Cho. Okay. His position, his pin level is field vice president. That means 4 weeks pay cycle, more than $36,000 US. But his first cycle, the $1,500 cycle, it took him 9 months because I worked with him on the first day, so I know that. But now you can see at the beginning it may take a long time, but after that you will continue to work on it, but you don't spend so much time, and your income is higher and higher. Okay? That's the so-called ongoing income. It's continuing. But you still need to work on it a little bit. You cannot say, oh, I retired. I remember that when Taiwan was opened in 2005, and we have one distributor from Canada. And somehow he's so lucky, he found 2 right people in Taiwan. So in a very short period of time, he finished the first BDC, first store, earning more than $10,000, $100,000 a year. And then he said, okay, I finished my job, I disappeared. That means it disappeared from his team members. So he just stayed at Canada, not going back to Taiwan anymore. Okay, our business is not like that. You don't disappear. You still need to be there, but you don't need to work as hard as them. For example, for today, right? 4 hours training, I only talk about 20 minutes. But I got all the benefits. Because of these trainings, I can guarantee you our BV will double, at least double. But I don't need to work so hard like before, right? For you, the same. At the beginning, you need to work a little bit harder, and later you just work a little bit, but you get a lot. For the last 17 years, we always emphasize that you are building your solid organization. This business is not get get rich quick business. You need to spend some time. That's the reason we say you need to get some training. Okay. Some of you probably have already took B5, Basic 5. Let me see, who took Basic 5? The Singapore people. Okay. What is Basic 1? Okay, give you 5 minutes to think. What is Basic 2? Oh, no, I asked Basic 2.
Basic 1 is attitude.
Okay, give you 5 minutes. How about Kelly? What is Basic 3? Retail. Okay. We have the Basic 5, that's 5 fundamentals. And some of you may have already heard about 5 no-no. Anyone heard about that? 5 no-no? That means you don't do these 5 things. For this business, you don't do these 5 things. And what I'm going to talk about, in essence, is 5 no-no. But we want to be positive. So it's 5 yes. But it's talk about the same thing. The first one is, at any one time, only build 2 organizations. You may heard about this business. Some of people may tell you, say, this business is simple. It's really simple, really. And I can tell you, it's very simple. But some people will tell you, it's simple but not easy, right? Why not everybody succeed? Why some people quit? Is because it's a simple business, but people make it complicated.
Yes.
And when people make it complicated, it becomes difficult. And then some people may quit because it's too difficult. And we want to tell you that don't make it complicated. It's very simple. Our system is a binary system, right? You just need to build 2 organizations. So don't build 3 organizations. If you make our system binary system to the multi-level system, you build 3 organizations, then it's very difficult. And at the beginning, we have really told you that average people can only build average about 2.8 organizations. That means some people, they cannot even build 2, right? So we say at any one time, at the most, you only build 2 organizations. For some people, we even encourage them to build just 1 organization. For example, for the Singapore ENP, and some of the people come here from different countries, if it's possible, build 1 organization first. But sometimes we don't have choice, like us, we don't have choice. Our right-hand side and our left-hand side, they come here at the same time. So we have to have 2 organizations, right? And at the US, we have 3 organizations, 001, 002, and 004. 001, 003, and 004. We have 3 organizations. And we end up have more than 1 organization. So when we come here, we don't have choice because our 001 right and 001 left, they all come here. And 004, they all come here. So we need to have to develop the same organization. But we told them that if possible, just focus 1 organization first. And it's proved that that's very powerful. In 2002, when we opened the Market Australia country, and they have a special programs to encourage people to go there. Because in Australia, like you just mentioned that, it's really difficult. And Marco also mentioned that people spread out. The population of Taiwan and Australia are almost the same. But the territory is I think, much more, probably 300 times. So it's spread out, it's much more difficult to do it in Australia. So at that time, when we go to Australia, we encourage our people, just focus on one day. But some people say, no, I want to start with 2 legs. But they forget, in their home country, they have another 2 legs. So they end up need to develop 4 organizations, 2 in the US, 2 in Australia. So it's very, very difficult for them. And lots of people, actually, most of people fail in Australia. But the people, they listen to our advice to focus on one leg, they succeed. So in Australia now, I think Esther's group, also I just mentioned the US, the Teddy Cho and Emily, they listen to it and they focus on one leg. So in Australia, they have a very strong leg over there. So for some distributors, if they are not so social, or they don't have the mentality of business owner at the beginning, maybe you can say, okay, you continue your 9-to-5 job or 9-to-7 job, and then just part-time to build it. And at the first 6 months, you just start with one day to learn how to do the business. You can do it that way. But at the end, after 2 to 3 years, they will do much better than some people. They right at the beginning start with 2 legs. It's almost like when you raise a family. If you raise 1 kid at a time, it's easier, or you have a twin. And especially you are the first time to be a parent, and suddenly you have 2 kids. One on the right hand side, the other one on the left hand side. You don't know which way to go. And you have never been parents before. It makes things difficult. And sometimes we say, if you want to do it, 2 organizations at the same time and to earn the money. And some people say, oh, I want to make first $300 to make a good impression. So I can tell people it will help me to, on the recruiting, prospecting recruiting, I can tell you, $300 won't make a good impression, especially in Singapore. But if you tell them, doing this business, you can have ongoing income, $1,500 a week. That can make a good impression. Okay? So the first one is on positive ways, just do 1 organization or 2 organizations. Okay? And the first no, or some people say the first no is don't develop more than 2 organizations at the same time. Okay? And the reason for this is we all talk about duplication. You may think you can do it, but your downline, they will think, oh, they can do it too. So everybody duplicate, and that's become very bad. So in US, you are allowed to, when you join, you will have a 3 BDC, and you can open 3 BDC at the same time. That means you can develop 4 organizations at the same time. And for our 17 years experience, we have lots of capable people, very social, connected people, and very successful in their own business. When they come into this business, they don't follow our advice. They just go ahead, open 3 BDC at the same time, and they make some money. Unfortunately, their downlines duplicate it, do the same way they do, but their downlines are not as capable as they are. So it becomes disaster. At the end, all of them quit. So when Market Taiwan opened in 2005, we asked Market America to set the special requirement to close these 2 organizations. You cannot open these 2 organizations right away until you reach certain income. Okay? And US, you still can do that. Actually, for the ENP, I think you can do that too. But I hope your sponsor advise you not to do it. And when some people will ask, when can I open this one or that one in Taiwan? The requirement is when you can get 9 consecutive, let's say, in 12 consecutive weeks, you can get 9 cycles, 5,000, 5,000. That means in 12 weeks, 9 out of 12 weeks, you can get 5,000, 5,000. Then company will let you to open the third one. And the reason we say if you can develop one strong leg, you will have the waterfall effect. If you have one strong leg, then everybody just needs to develop one leg. And it becomes much easier. Okay? In conclusion, at any one time build at most 2 organizations. The reason is we are binary system. Don't make it becomes MLM. If it's more than 2 organizations, that's MLM. Okay? And focus on the building the depth and develop the leaders. That's the most important things. If you can do it this way, your life will become easier. You will make more money. Your life, you really can enjoy the ongoing income. Okay? And also, it's much easier to earn the IBB money. That means the partner store. I think after MarketSingapore open in August, you will have that too. Much easier. If you only have a very short leg, only a few people, but you have many legs, you never earn the IBD money. The difference is your weekly income is either $3,600 or just $2,100. It's a $1,500 difference. Okay. Second one is always keep your sponsorship. For some people, they have very good connections. They know lots of people. So they want to help their team member to become activated, to find 2 people. So they give the sponsorship out. Oh, don't worry, I have lots of people. The reason, by the way, the reason we want to make this training as early as possible is we don't want you to make this mistake. At the beginning, you may think, oh, I just need 2, but I know 10 people, so I can give out 8 sponsorship to my downline to help them become activated, and then they can make money faster. I can tell you that. Even for the kids, if you don't let them to learn how to walk, they never know how to walk. So at the beginning, you need to train them and help them, but not give your sponsorship to them to make them activated. Don't make their life too easy at the beginning. If you make their life easy at the beginning, they will think life is so easy. And they will always come to you. Say, can you give me more sponsorship so I can help my sponsored person to get activated? And once this kind of duplication goes on, your organization will become very complicated. So always keep your sponsorship. Because you never know who will stay with you. At the beginning, they may say, oh, you since you are so successful with your business, so we join it. But you don't know how long they are going to stay with you. For many different reasons, they may quit, they may leave the organization. At that time, you will regret. And especially if you give your sponsorship to the people to the right and to the left, and the person you giving the sponsorship not doing too much work, only you are doing the work, because the person you give up the sponsorship, they know you. They don't, for example, if I give the, let's say, Cherie, right? I know Cherie, and I want to help Eddie to get activated. So I give the sponsorship of Cherie to Eddie. But when Cherie has the question and problem, Cherie will come to me. Cherie won't go to Eddie. I end up having lots of monkeys. Everybody go after me, but he's making money. He's making money. I give the Cherie to Eddie's right-hand side, and then I give the Suzanne to Eddie's right-hand side, so he becomes activated. And he can start to earn the money. But when Cherie or Suzanne, they have any problems, they will come to me. And even when Cherie cannot find the people to become activated, Cherie will come to me. Oh, you give me my sponsorship to Eddie, so now I need a sponsorship. Can you give me one more so I can activate? And it's become an endless problem. The key is you need to have right duplication. Very important, the right duplication. The third one is, as you know that when you develop the organization, you always have a right-hand side and left-hand side, right? Everybody need to work on your right and left. Okay? Some people say, oh, this leg is the common leg with my upline. So this leg, this common leg should be taken care of by my upline. I only take my private leg. No, that's not the right way. If you only work on one leg and you earn the money, that is not binary system. It's not a binary system. And if your team member know that you only work on one leg and you can make money, they will duplicate you. They will say, okay, how come you didn't help me to build one leg? And think about that. You build one organization this side, you want this side, okay? And then this is Amy. Amy has two legs, right? And then Amy sponsors one person here. Let's say this is Kelly. Kelly is here. Are you going to help Kelly to build one leg? Because you help my upline, Amy, build one leg. How come you don't help me to build one leg? Then you end up need to build 3 legs. And then it's not binary anymore. It's about your capability. Then once they duplicate, it becomes disaster. So you always need to educate them. You always need to build 2 legs by yourself and with your senior partners. Okay? But for these people, you can say they are lucky, right? Because they have a common leg with you. That's okay. But you don't put the people on the right-hand side and their left-hand side at the same time. You only place your sponsor person on one side, always one side. If they are lucky, it's okay, because they have the common leg with you. But they still need to at least work on this. And if they want to be successful, when you are building this leg, this person should work with you to learn the skills. And then they can develop this leg by themselves instead of asking your help too much. Okay? For this business, if business is business, this is not a charity. Okay? Even your children, you don't help them too much. If you help them too much, they cannot walk. And not even run. This business is all about develop leaders. And the leaders need to develop their own 2 legs. Okay? Number 4. For some people, maybe they are very anxious to get activated. Okay? And you know this person just not a right person. And you try to get this person in, and you say, oh, okay, maybe you don't need to pay $300 BBs, monies, or the prescription fee of this, and makes unnecessarily easy. Make this kind of become a distributor unnecessarily easy. It's already easy enough. It's already easy enough. The money is already, $400, $500 to start a business and can make $1 million in the future. It's already too low. And maybe it's too low. Maybe the money is too small amount to be think it's a real business already. And don't make it too easy. If you do this, the reason is that if you do this, if you help them to buy the product, they may not use the product at all. And they don't treat this as a business. And they will become your burden. They will become your burden. And if you do this way, your team member will duplicate you. You will duplicate you, and the business will become complicated. Okay? That's the number 4. Number 5 is be an independent business owner, not a dependent business owner. We say training. Actually, I think this is not just a training, it's education. It's like we go to school to get education. It's not just to learn a trade. To do this business, you need a totally change on your mentality. You are a business owner. You are not just a 9-to-5 or 9-to-6 employee. You are a business owner already. Okay? So, since you are the business owner, you don't expect your senior partner to give you BB, to press the people on your right or on your left, or give you the sponsorship. These things, you need to do it by yourself. Yes, your upline, if they have actual BB, they can place the BB to the person they personally sponsor. But not necessary. They have to do that. Or they need to do that all the time. Sometimes they will do that, sometimes they have the other choice. But if you have this kind of expectation, you will be disappointed. And then start to have the emotion issue. And if your organization has this kind of emotion issue, I can guarantee you, your life will become difficult. So don't make it complicated. This is your business. If your upline, your senior partner can help you, that's good. And I believe they will help you. They always will help you. But for the first 3 months, first 6 months, they will help you as much as you can. But because our system is a binary system, they still need to work on the other leg. Okay? So this is the so-called number 5, the 5 no, but we think it's better to say it positive way instead of say don't do this, don't do that. If you do this, automatically you don't do those. That's it. Just 5. Just 5 keys. You remember that. But I know some people may have already making a mistake of those things. We did. For the last 17 years, we did that many times to learn a lesson. And we know that it's time when your heart becomes soft. When your junior partner say, oh, can we do this? Can you help on this? And you say, okay, maybe just one time. But after a few months, or even few years, you see the result. You regret. You should not have done that. So this is very important. Do it the positive way. Don't do those things, okay? Thank you.
Okay, that's it for this afternoon session. Our next session starts at 7 o'clock. So you can take your leave now. 7:30. Okay, our next session starts at 7:30. So you can go for dinner. If you're joining us for the night session, come back to the same place at 7:30. See you later.